United States Army Operational Test Command, Aviation Test Directorate, and Airborne Special Operation Test Directorate conducted the multi-service operational test for the C-27J Joint Cargo Aircraft during a 5-month period from May to September 2010. The test was executed at multiple locations and consisted of 3 phases. Phase 1 was conducted at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, under the direction of Airborne Test Directorate with the aid of Aviation Test Directorate. Phase 2 was conducted at Peterson Air Force Base, Colorado, and Phase 3 was an overseas excursion to Rota, Spain, both under the direction of Aviation Test Directorate. The C-27J Joint Cargo Aircraft is a short to medium-range, multi-engine, twin-turboprop aircraft capable of conducting all-weather, day or night missions in support of a theater of operations or homeland security. To perform these missions, the C-27J Joint Cargo Aircraft is rapidly reconfigurable, night vision goggle compatible, and capable of accommodating at least 3 standard 463 Lima pallets and other cargo or vehicles weighing up to 12,000 pounds, and transport these loads over a 600 nautical mile combat radius. The aircraft is capable of self-deploying 2,400 nautical miles without refueling, while carrying mission essential personnel and equipment. The C-27 Juliet Joint Cargo Aircraft has an enhanced takeoff and landing capability, able to land on an unimproved runway, offload 6,000 pounds of cargo, and take off from the same runway at 6,000 feet pressure altitude and 95 degrees Fahrenheit. The C-27 Juliet has an aircraft survivability equipment and incorporates ballistic vulnerability reduction features to enhance crew survivability. The combat developer intends for the aircraft to perform time-sensitive, mission-critical logistical resupply, aeromedical evacuation, and casualty evacuation, troop movement, airdrop operations, humanitarian assistance, and missions in support of homeland security. The multi-service operational test was designed to provide data needed to support the U.S. Army Evaluation Center evaluation of the operational suitability, effectiveness, and survivability of the C-27J Joint Cargo Aircraft. A master event list based on operational missions planned in accordance with the Operational Mode Summary Mission Profile drove the MOT scenarios. The number and type of missions were consistent with the available flight hours and mission likelihood percentages portrayed in the OMSMP. During the MOT, the test team controlled scripted scenarios, events using air mission requests to initiate each event. Player personnel conducted these events during the day and at night in missions-oriented protective posture 0 and 4. The test team collected performance, logistics, reliability, availability, and maintainability, training, safety, and human factors engineering data during the test. Phase 1 of the MOT was conducted by the Airborne Test Directorate in coordination with the Aviation Test Directorate and consisted of personnel, airdrop operations, and aerial delivery testing from 3 May through 8 June 2010 at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. The Airborne Test Directorate test team conducted Alpha 22 container delivery systems, airdrops rigged for low velocity configurations, delivery of Alpha 7 Alpha and Alpha 21 bundles, static line personnel airdrops, and military freefall airdrops. Airborne Test Directorate assessed the C-27 Juliet Joint Cargo Aircraft with the T-10 Delta, T-11, and MC-4 parachute systems used by typical operational soldiers in a realistic airborne operational environment. 3 separate aircraft recorded approximately 95 total flight hours during this test. Phase 2 was conducted by the U.S. Army Operational Test Command and consisted of air-land delivery operations testing from 26 July through 3 September 2010 at Peterson Air Force Base and Fort Carson, Colorado. The Operational Test Command test team conducted 41 record test missions executed under day, night, and night vision goggle conditions, flying approximately 177 hours. Missions focused on air-land delivery, aerial sustainment, and aeromedical evacuation with infrared and radar threat stimulation present. Air crews conducted air-land delivery missions on both improved and unimproved surfaces to assess the aircraft's ability to deliver and to transload cargo in a variety of environmental conditions. The test air crews with the assistance of an Air Force aeromedical team from Peterson Air Force Base, reconfigured the aircraft to support the aeromedical mission, with subsequent missions flown to determine how well the C-27J Joint Cargo Aircraft could support aeromedical operations. Additionally, the test unit conducted an air-land movement of special operations personnel and equipment, as well as a self-deployment mission from Robins Air Force Base, Georgia, to Rota, Spain, subsequent to operations at Peterson Air Force Base and Fort Carson, completing the missions on 13 September 2010. The C-27J Joint Cargo Aircraft were tested during the MOT. 4 crews, each consisting of 2 pilots and 2 loadmasters, were operated the aircraft during the test. Pre-flight mission planning was conducted using the AMPS-PFPS. Mission data was transferred to each aircraft through the AMPS-PFPS personal computer card. Test mission scenarios included transport support, airdrop support, and self-deployment missions. During the Peterson Air Force Base phase, a Molina and VPQ-1 generated simulated threat conditions to emulate a realistic operational environment. A military DC was aboard each aircraft during mission execution. The DC was generally located in the jump seat and collected RAM, performance, and manpret data. Additionally, DCs were assigned to support ground operations. 2 kinetic RAM DCs were assigned to the maintenance hangar. Selected DCs were cross-trained on all areas of data collection to ensure accomplishment of mission requirements. Test soldiers completed a questionnaire after each mission. This questionnaire contained questions related to measures of performance and technical requirement parameters supporting criteria. Questionnaires were completed on a laptop computer, and the corresponding data was then entered into the test database. The human factors engineering questionnaires were reviewed by an Army Research Laboratory subject matter expert. The purpose of the C-27J Joint Cargo Aircraft MOT was to provide data to the U.S. Army Evaluation Command for an OTA evaluation report that will support a full material release decision. The test results were documented in an abbreviated operational test report and an authenticated event database. The C-27J Joint Cargo Aircraft is an acquisition category ID system and is on the Office of the Secretary of Defense Test and Evaluation Oversight List for operational test. If you have questions about the Joint Cargo Aircraft MOT, or for more information, please contact the Director, Aviation Test Directorate at Fort Hood, Texas.